This episode of Comics for Fun and Profit is brought to you by Image Comics. Image Comics, we started in the 90s with a bunch of ragtag rebels from Marvel, and we've grown into what you see before you. Hundreds and hundreds of comics released each and every year in a variety of genres, but all kind of supernatural-ish. So, check out Image Comics for incredible variety of comics that are all kind of supernatural-ish.
Thanks for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Andrew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 959 for comics releasing on February the 12th, 2025. But before Drew and I get to what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, what do you got for me? And have you watched the Fantastic Four trailer?
You know, I haven't watched that.
I dropped it in the text thread.
I think I saw that, and I thought that was like the hype reel to get you excited for when it was coming out.
No, legit new trailer for Fantastic Four. It's weird. It's very Jetsons-y. Like it's in the 40s with futuristic stuff, and it's very comic accurate, cool stuff like that. We're past the origin, so we don't get the origin. And again, I'm very much on the record as there are only really two Fantastic Four storylines that are any good, and that is Origin and Galactus. So you do see a shadow of a Galactus in this. So
well, we've seen the Origin, man. I don't want to see the Origin again.
Correct, but it's by far the best Fantastic Four storyline.
I don't know. Man, you don't read Fantastic Four.
Because it's not good.
It is good. It's great now. Ryan North is kicking ass.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's...
Who wrote FF that was okay?
Fraction.
I enjoyed that FF Fraction run. And then there was a concurrent Fantastic Four. Did Slott write Fantastic Four?
Slott was crushing on Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. But, the deck stacked in my favor because I like Slott.
Yeah, I mean,
but then Allred is big on Fantastic Four, and I don't like Allred, so everything's against me.
There's tons of Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four shit.
Yeah, and I figure this will be our intro to Doom and all kinds of fun stuff. But we're not in. We're in the past in this. We're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah, I didn't grasp that period piece element. That'll be interesting.
I don't know. It's got slight WandaVision, slight Jetsons feel to it. So your homework for next week is to watch that and come back.
I will. And we're a week away from Captain America, right?
Yeah, we need to watch us some Red Hulk, baby.
So that should be cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm going in with zero expectations. I'm saving my first cheat day of the new year for that night.
Wow. Wow, you've gone a month and 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive. I had Chinese food tonight. So
you son
I fell off the wagon already. Yeah.
There you go.
And 3 donuts. I had 3 donuts at work because one of my co-workers came in with these beautiful, beautiful donuts and said, "You've got to have one of these. These are amazing. These are the best donuts ever." And I was like,
okay,
normally, but I'll have 3.
Yeah.
And I did. Awesome. I had 3 freaking donuts. They were so good. So if you have 3 donuts, you might as well have Chinese food too.
No doubt. Might as well get that good rice.
Yeah. Oh, it was lovely. Lovely.
And this has been your hunger podcast for the day.
Yes, exactly. Food normally has no meaning, but yeah, exactly. Today it had meaning.
Except when it does.
And when it does, when I fall off the wagon, I fall off hard. It was lovely.
Well, Drew, I led you with some of that Fantastic Four news because we're heading over to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com, CBSI. And we're looking at their Hot 10 list for February 7th to 2025. And guess what, homie? A lot of this pertains to said Fantastic Four trailer.
Oh, okay.
So, number 1, is Fantastic Four 209. Of course, Marv Wolfman, um, Keith Pollard on art. Topping the list this week after an appearance in the latest Fantastic Four trailer, we have the first appearance of Herbie, selling over 80 copies this week, up to an average of $20. The high hit $69 at CGC 9.8, sold for $360. Herbie, the helper bot. This is where I'm getting the Jetsons vibe. You got the
I
thing
gotcha.
arguing with
I gotcha.
the robot. And here at Comics for Fun and
This is a
Profit, we love
46
our robot.
comics. This is a long time ago. I don't think I read Fantastic Four then, and I don't know that I remember Herbie. So maybe he's still around, and I just haven't seen him.
Yeah, this ain't the love bug. This is your robot. At rank 2, we have Magic the Gathering, the Shadow Mage, #1. I pointed this out because I'm a big Magic guy. Hasbro and Legendary have announced they plan to adapt Magic the Gathering. Don't know much about the card game itself, but this was the first comic-related property and has seen quite a bit of action in the last week, the last few days since the news dropped. With over 110 sales, the cheap copies mostly cleared, as average sales rose to about $10 with a high raw sale at $17. CGC 9.8s are about $100. Be mindful that this comic came polybagged with a Magic card originally. I remember we talked about at one point like our childhood and things like this, and I said, Magic was big for me. And sure enough, everything that my generation had or loved is spiking.
Everything you love is going to be adapted into some form or fashion. And everything you don't even remember, like Silverhawks, is now back. It's just weird.
Yeah, everything I love is optioned. It's weird. But,
hopefully well.
Yeah, no kid. Oh, gosh. Please don't be Y the Last Man. All right, at rank 3, Fantastic Four 49, Stanley Jack Kirby. We also caught another glimpse of Galactus in the new trailer, and that has triggered a decent rush in sales for this classic book. Already a very expensive book, we see over 20 sales this week, following only a handful the prior week. That surge in volume is a testament to many folks looking forward to this film and this new big bad. Averaging about $350 in low grades, the high raw sale this week was $460 for a very good copy, while a pair of CGC 7.5 sold for $1,500.
Wow.
The Mark Spears train rolls on. Yes. Spawn 356. Shocked to see this one still hanging on the list despite dropping a couple spots. It's still moving in high volumes, and the price has inched up slightly with over 120 sold. The average sale has crept up to $29 this week with a high sale of 40. No more cheap copies out there, as the lowest sale this week were still $15.
I like the volume, though. I mean, it's selling these things that are selling 80, 100 copies on the secondary market. It's kind of cool.
Very cool. It just proves that, there's still demand out there.
Yeah.
At rank 5, we have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man #1, Christos Gage. Also hanging around this week, we had another 80-plus sale of this book, rising to an average of $12 with a high of 25. Surprisingly, there were still copies at or near cover price, still moving and available, and yet a flurry of $15 and even above. Thoroughly enjoying the show, and I'm curious if this will last, given the accelerated release schedule. So that is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It was a decent comic.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Killlock #1 from IDW, Livio Ramondale. Following the news last week that Dark Spaces from IDW was being adapted, IDW noted that a couple other projects were also getting the same attention. While Brutal Nature hasn't sold nearly as well this week, this book seems to be following Dark Spaces, with buyers now willing to pay an average of $14 and a high of 28, with more than 20 sales after the cover price copies were cleared out. At rank 7, we have Earth X #12, an Alex Ross, Jim Cougar book. After the spikes in sales from the character that appeared in the trailer, Herbie/Galactus, it seems some folks may be getting a jump on the Silver Surfer train. Even though she hasn't officially appeared, it's not a surprise to see attention to this book early, getting a jump on the rush that will come when we see the first image of our new Silver Surfer. About 20 sales already this week, averaging $30 with a high of $40 raw. CDC 9.8's $260.
That's healthy.
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man 194. Following last week's surge in sales, we've seen even more this week on this book with over 35 sales, but many in lower grades. The overall average is still $250, as many low grades selling for $100 to $150. We also have CGC 9.6 is selling for $275. I've seen a lot of scuttlebutt.
$725.
Oh, you're right. $725. My bad. That was way off. Seen a lot of scuttlebutt that people want Sydney Sweeney playing back Black Cat. So I wonder if that's driving the sales.
I mean, she's had her run. Right?
You shut your mouth.
Yeah, there are other ingenues we can cast in that.
Moving right along. At rank 9, Laura Kinney, Wolverine #1, second print 1 in 25, continuing the trend of second print 1 in 25s, continuing the trend of J. Scott's Campbell. Lately, these second print 1 in 25s out of Marvel haven't been doing that well with only a couple sales, but this book bucks that trend this week with a solid 10 or so sales out of the gate since Wednesday, with a solid $70 average. That's almost triple ratio. JSC has a rabid fan base, so we shouldn't be completely shocked to see folks picking this up at a premium. But it's been a while since the Marvel later print ratio variant has made any noise in the aftermarket. Doesn't hurt that it's a gorgeous photo, too.
Yeah.
Scotty, go ahead.
No, I was just, That's all right.
Shut up. At rank 10, my boy Scotty Young, Amazing Spider-Man 62, second print 1 in 25, falling short of this last book in regards to price. This is another later print incentive that has surprising volumes of nearly 10 sales. This one is only averaging $45 at preset with a high of 55. That's double ratio. Still outside the recent norm for these later print ratios is another cover of a fan favorite artist that we shouldn't be shocked to see sell well.
Yeah, Scotty Young can do no wrong, right?
A lot of people trying to be Scotty Young lately, but there is only one Scotty Young.
Uh-huh.
And notable sales: Disney Hero Squad Ultra Heroes #1. This is a really tough book to find as a 1 in 10 incentive on a kid's boom book from 2010 prestige format, and made to look battered and worn. I particularly like the coffee ring touch that they put on the cover. Only graded sales ever, so it's technically an all-time high, but still impressive at a CGC 9.8, going for $1,550 this week.
Yeah, I've never seen this before in my life, but I love it. It's great. There should be some around.
Good old Goofy.
Yeah.
And the other notable sales: Showcase #4, an all-time classic selling at an all-time high. First Barry Allen in the start of the Silver Age. This book sold at a CGC 2.5 this week for a whopping $15,300. That is a huge jump from the last 2.5 that sold in 2023 for only $10,528.
That's nice.
Yeah,
very cool. Gotta love that.
Absolutely. And Drew, I couldn't help but notice just how snappy your memory was.
I have one thing to say about that. I'm back on the Magic Mind. So, drinking the Magic Mind, a little mental performance shot, if you will, gets me going. After I've had my coffee, not to my coffee, I supplement my coffee. I don't replace my coffee with it, but it kind of extends that caffeine buzz that I have, where you don't kind of hit that fall off the cliff thing, at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, or, after your caffeine wears off.
Absolutely.
And it keeps me going. It's good stuff, man. And lots of great stuff in it. Got a little matcha in there.
Matcha's the big thing. I used to not like matcha. Excellent. I used to think it was a little too earthy. Like, what are we doing? Just eating grass? But I have gotten a little bit addicted to the taste of matcha with this. And, they use some of the best matcha in this. Used to work next to the Starbucks now has their weird matcha drinks. I always thought they were kind of dumb and odd, but this is pretty tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't particularly understand how it works. I just know it does. It got time released mental performance boosters in there that it comes from some of these mushrooms that are organically grown in California, and it's good stuff, man. And they even up the not only are they supplying all this to you, and you get to try it, but you get to try it risk-free. So you get to try it, and 100 days later, if you're like, you know what, that wasn't for me, up to 100 days later, you can just get a refund, 100% refund. So, I mean, what's not to love about a little Magic Mind? And because of your partners here at Comics for Fun and Profit, we can get you 48% off a subscription or 20% off a one-time purchase with the code COMICS at checkout, COMICS, comics. And you can claim that at magicmind.com/comicsfun. So magicmind.com/comicsfun, COMICSFUN. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you and get yourself 48% off of that first subscription. Try Magic Mind mental performance shots, and you'll be glad you did.
Absolutely. All right, Drew, we're going to head over to our good friends at Image. Look at the Image catalog, the monthly catalog for April. So this is February for April, and we got a wicked looking, looks like we got a Spawn with a shield and some craziness going on there. So we shall see. Head on down through what we start, and we're going to start with Invincible Universe Battle Beast #1 from my boy Ryan Kirkman, with art by Ryan Ali and Annalisa Leone.
Did you call him Ryan Kirkman? I think you did.
As Robert Kirkman and Ryan Otley, I may have skewed the two and created a new person of my own.
A new
design.
person.
Yes.
The combination of Kirkman and Otley is Ryan Kirkman. I love it.
Yeah. This will have a Cover C blind bag, so that's cool. This is a first of its kind blind bag program. The blind bags will include a chance to get any of the solicited covers from A through I. However, there are rare surprise issues that may not be related to Battle Beasts or the Invincible Universe at all that can be found in these blind bags. Those surprise issues will not be publicly announced in advance of this issue's release. Shit, I'm going to have to buy a lot of these because it's like a gambling edition thing.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so like you have a chance of getting the 1 in 1,000 or like a Walking Dead #1.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah. I haven't seen prices on this, but it's just labeled as a Cover C, so maybe they'll just be $4 a piece.
Oh, right.
And what do you think? Okay, so what would you pay for this program, this Cover C blind bag program?
I guess if it's so what's
so you're guaranteed to get a cover of Battle Beasts.
Okay. And you could get something better.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rare surprise. Oh, you don't know the surprise issues will not be publicly announced in advance of the issue release. Okay. I mean, I guess none of them are like way better than the others. So I would, if I wanted, I'd take any of them, I guess. So sure. But do you even open it?
Okay. You have not even answered close to my question. What would you pay for this?
What normally pays, it's $3.99. I would pay $4.99 for the blind.
You pay the extra buck for the blind.
I'd pay an extra buck for the blind.
You would not pay
$5.99. Maybe.
You would not pay $6.99.
I would not pay any more than that. No.
All right. So I got you at $6 and you're just lying to everybody, but just checking. Yeah, like why not just grab a 10-pack of blind bags? Like, why not?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I bought, how many blind bags did I buy the last time they did this for the Image 10? And I don't
remember that.
I didn't get nothing.
I mean, you have horrible luck. I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's true. You probably buy one. And somebody's going to be out there with like X-ray specs, and they're going to be looking at all the blind bags.
No, we're going to do the Pokemon thing where you weigh the blind bags. The one that has a little bit more weight, we know has
something different.
More heft to it. Yeah, absolutely.
That would do it, right?
Yeah. How many grams is this poly bag?
Because if it says it's guaranteed to have a Battle Beast, I guess that maybe there's an extra special cover that you don't know. It could just be an extra special.
I'm
Battle
sure
Beast.
there's a couple like signed Battle Beasts that are popping through that, but I'm legit thinking there's going to be like a Walking Dead 1 or something, another Kirkman title. Because why would they specifically say? However, there are rare surprise issues that may not be related to Battle Beasts or even the Invincible universe.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, his own personal collection of Walking Dead ones. He found a
Hmm.
box in his garage.
Yeah, you just open it up and it's an art print from
Yeah.
issue 1 or something.
Is everybody going to be? I mean, is this gonna? Is like are the blind bags going to sell in such high numbers that it's going to be crazy, or is it going to fly under the
No,
radar? You think?
you and I are the only people included
Which
in
stuff?
this.
Just the two of us? So there'll be
Just
two
you and
blind
I.
bags sold?
Absolutely.
Well, you're a 10 pack, and my
Yeah.
one if it's under $6.
It's going to be $4 because they specifically call out the cover J as an extra dollar and don't specifically call out this C cover as more. So it's legit $4. And with our good friends at Cowabunga Comics hooking us up, we're going to get them for like $2.50 piece or $3 piece.
And you're buying a case. Give me a case of them.
I don't know what a gross of comics is anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, a case of comics is 250.
Yeah, I'm not playing too
You
deep of
know,
waters, homie.
too deep of waters. That
But
is
like,
cool though.
legit, get yourself a case, 250, open them up on a live stream, give out a few of the dupes, have a great time with it. That's
Yeah,
the 2025 meta.
yeah. It's invest 750 $1,000 into it and see what happens.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I mean, even if you got a Walking Dead 1, you just break even.
Jeez, yeah.
You know,
Boy. Yeah.
yeah. So I think 10 is fun. I think 250 is crazy.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
All right, the next book, Black Ritual, the Book of NYX, #1. Thomas Healy, Nat Jones. NYX has been many things to all Al Simmons, enemy, friend, savior, and more. She was the first to take the mantle of She-Spawn and help to save Wanda and Cyan alongside Al. Then one day she just disappeared. She now reigns as the Queen of Hell. But where has she been, and what has she done to set herself upon this path?
Um,
So,
is that NYX? What is Wolverine? Wasn't
yeah,
that wasn't she
yeah.
in her
Laura
first
Kinney's first
appearance?
appearance was in an M, I think.
It's not the same NYX, is it?
No, because
Can't
this is
be.
a Spawn. This is a Spawn verse title.
That's weird.
Yeah,
That's weird. That should be trademarked by somebody.
very possible. Also, one thing not trademarked: Medieval Spawn 1 through 4. Rory McConville, Marco Eitri on this one. Another Spawn Universe miniseries, 4 issues on that one. You have a Todd McFarlane cover as well.
It'll sell really well, and it will not be a 4 issue miniseries. It will be an ongoing.
It will just like the gunslinger and the everything else. It
Yep.
will
It'll just keep going.
keep on trucking. Good interiors on that. Good looking book.
Yep. It'll sell like
Oh,
crazy.
now we have a big old gatefold ad for G.I. Joe, the Real American Hero Silent Missions. G.I. Joe Beachhead 1, Jinx 1, Spirit 1, Roadblock 1, Duke 1. All $4 one shots for the G.I. Joe universe. All with covers A, B, C, and D. All with very similar artists being Jorge Fornes and a few other things there.
So who's writing this? Wes
Let's see.
Craig,
Yeah, Phil
Andrew,
Hester.
Phil Hester, Leonardo Romeo. A lot of artists. These are all artists doing the story. Oh no, Dan Waters is not.
Check it. Superstar creators present unforgettable all new G.I. Joe Silent Missions.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Introducing fans to the silent interlude, an action-packed story with no dialogue. So these are all pizza dog, hence the reason artists are storytellers. You caught on to that right away, brother.
I got you. Okay, interesting. Okay, very cool.
And then I like this. They each have a letter cover, so it spells out GIJOE. If you do those Jorge Fornes letter covers on that one, so those would be a cool collection as well.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Golden Rage, Mother Knows Best, #1 of a 5-issue series. Chrissy Williams with Lauren Knight on art and Tula Lote with a cover B. In a world where old and infertile women are deemed useless to society and abandoned on an island, Golden Rage documents their golden years of making friends, baking desserts, and fighting to the death.
I like the first Golden Rage
Yeah.
series. That was fun. So I might read this.
Fun. Woman on woman crime. Or violence, at least. More #1s from Image. I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, #1 of 5. Doug Wagner on art, Daniel Hilliard. I love that cover B, the Rolling Stone Janet Jackson homage.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yes, very cool.
Very cool. I like that one. Horror / humorous. I do like humorous, and it helps me get over horror.
I am. Yeah, I like this. I would probably check this out. It's really, I like the art.
Yeah, I dig it from the things I'm seeing. I like everything about this from what I'm seeing. And
Looks
the
like
little
nail
page.
biter, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
And that was the one that broke the horror mold for me and
Yeah.
allowed me to enjoy those things like that. You
Very
know,
cool.
nail biter walked so ice cream man could run, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Lost Fantasy #1, an additional Kurt Piers, Luca Castiglieguina on that. Oh, that was on art. There is a world of magic, myths, and monsters that exists beneath the surface of our own. Dragons and mythical creatures, fantasy, action, and adventure. Jai Lee doing some dope covers on this as well.
Yeah, your boy Jai Lee gets a couple.
My boy Jai Lee. There's just every one of these preview pages is just like, look at all the blood we're spraying.
Yeah.
Come on, so much blood. Jesus, how many? They're giving us like 46 preview pages in this one.
It's great.
Yeah. Moonshine Bigfoot, 1 of 4. Zach Howard and Mark Marlowe with a story. Steve Ellis, Zach Howard, and Nelson Daniel doing art. Action, adventure, fantasy, and humorous. Buzzard County, 1981. Moonshine Bigfoot spends his day making a living while outwitting clueless cops, reckless rivals, and buffoonish Bigfoot hunters.
Also has a good look to it. Very nice.
It's like a good time. Youngblood Deluxe #1, Rob Liefeld and Joe Casey. I just read an article that said Rob Liefeld will no longer be working with Marvel. So
Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So here's to him doing some more stuff with Image. Of
Yeah.
course, this is way back, the 33rd anniversary.
Better put an extra $1 on it. No,
Yeah.
it's $3.99.
Yeah, we're holding the line, baby. Adventure Man, Family Tree, 2 of 3.
I'd just like to make
ahead.
a quick note here. So the Image catalog showcased all its new series.
Yes.
In
right up front.
Succession at the beginning of the book.
Yep.
And that's how they use the real estate in their catalog.
Yep.
They showcase the new stuff coming out, the #1s, and they showed excitement for those. Marvel, write this down.
Yeah.
This is what you're supposed to do.
Copy, paste.
Not some random freaking stupid thing in the middle of a story arc.
Yep.
That's how you lead your catalog. No.
Exactly.
You do it this way.
Yep.
Thank you.
Adventure Man, Family Trees, 2 of 3. Assorted Crisis Events, #2. We got a little Velociraptor vibe there. Bitterroot, The Next Movement, #2. Sanford Green on art there. Enjoy it. I like that art. Bug Wars, 3 of 6. That's our Jason Aaron, Muhammad Asrar book there. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn, 6. Death of Copra, 4 of 4. Department of Truth, 31 from my boy James Tinian. Ooh, Asuli, cover C. We're not getting it. Dust to Dust, 5 of 8 from J.G. Jones. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, 10. There. Feral, 12. Um, I don't know the cover B. I wish I knew horror movies better, but alas, I do not. G.I. Joe 6, G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero 21. This is another silent mission edition, so we're continuing that theme here.
With which one was that?
G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero 21.
Oh, it's also silent missions. Okay.
Yeah. So this one, while not sectioning in necessarily with those other 5 books, will keep the theme.
Why is it issue 21? Because I thought this was over 300. Did they start renumbering this?
Yes.
I thought no. I thought the Larry Hama G.I. Joe was continuing with the numbering from the old.
It was at one point in time.
It was. Know. Is there a 3 missing? Or am I having a stroke?
It says 21 on the legit cover too.
It does. But are you remembering what I'm remembering?
I am.
Because they relaunched G.I. Joe, and that has number 1s, and it's and so it's only on 6, right? So that was, but then this, the Larry Hama was over issue 300, just a couple of issues ago, and now they're at 21, and I don't understand. I think something's up. I think there's a misprint of some sort.
Yeah, or they just haven't told us that they're like, we're not playing that game anymore.
I don't think that's right, but okay.
You just think that we dropped a number and nobody
I think
the importance of editors.
I think that I would think I'm right more than they're right, but well, I'm gonna go back 1, and I'm just going to see. You just keep going.
With Geiger 13, Jeff Johns. Gunslinger Spawn is at 43 issues. This is why we talked about that other Spawn book will definitely be continuing, because this one has gone on and on and on. The Hive 3, Hornsby and Halo 6, Juvenile 5 of 5 as that one ends. King Spawn 45, Puppeteer Lee on the cover A there. Knights and Samurais 8, as that one continues to drag on a really cool ship and Leviathan cover there. I love that. Lucky Devils 4 of that 9-issue series. Monkey Meat 2 of its 5-issue series from Junie Ba.
All right.
Monstrous 57 as it continues to, that Marjorie Liu book continues to go. The Moon is following us, 8 of 10. Knights 15. Null Hunter 7. The Patchwork Girls of Oz, number 4 of the Otis Frampton book. Phantom Road 11. Power Fantasy 8 from Karen Gillan. Radiant Blank 33, my boy Kyle Higgins and Joe Clark continue this science fiction superhero massive verse thing. Andy, of course, a big massive verse guy.
Oh my goodness, I'm such a big massive verse guy.
Yeah. Rat City 13.
Everybody knows that.
Yes, we do. We know how you love your Image superheroes. Red Coat 11. Rockefellers 5. Rogue Sun continuing to go to 26. More massive verse there. Sam and Twitch Case Files 14. You were doing Sam and Twitch, weren't you, sir?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Yep.
As we continue, that's of course crime and mystery, horror, action, adventure. Savage Dragon 278. Scorched 41.
The only thing I can think of, because a Real American Hero is in the 300s.
Mm-hmm.
It's 308, is Silent Missions Editions is an ongoing. So they must do this from time to time. And this was the 21st time that they've done a Silent Missions Edition.
That's very possible.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Let's go with that.
Sense. Yeah. So we're both right.
But see, like, they're giving Larry Hama the story rights on that one, even though nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
Seasons 4, Snot Girl 20, Brian Lee O'Malley. Spawn 365. There is a Mark Spears cover B, just FYI. There is a Mark Spears cover B. Transformers
Don't sleep on it.
19. Yeah. Oh, those are some beautiful Megatron covers. Love that cover D. Who's doing that cover D? Steve Beach. That's a good one. Some good stuff there. Love it. David Yakayama on the C as well, which I'm not getting a glimpse of, unfortunately. Universal Monsters, Mommy. How about Mummy 204? World 315 for my boy James Tinian. Walking Dead 110 and 111. We're taking everyone down with us too, from your boy Matt Rosenberg. Witchblade 10, You'll Do Bad Things too, and Off to the Trades, which I usually kick off to my brother.
Yeah. I just want to touch base on that. You'll Do Bad Things. Tyler Boss. I think I missed issue 1 solicit. So I do like Tyler Boss a lot. So this is cool for me for sure. But yeah, looking at the trade, it looks like this might be an OGN, this Family Force 5. Yeah, it's an OGN. So initial release as this collected edition. Not that makes any difference to you because you don't like trades, but
I do like trades. I like $8, $5 jump in #1 trades.
I heard super good things about Rook Exodus from Jeff Johns. It's part of his what is his Ghost Machine imprint. Yeah, I get his imprints confused.
I love this on page 74, Saga Volume 12 trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we're getting more image firsts. Junkyard Joe, Kaya, King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, Scorched, Time Before Time, Lady Mechanica, reprinting Astro City, Copra, Lazarus, Nailbiter, and Sunstone. We just mentioned Nailbiter. Heck yeah.
Yeah, those are some of the classics. And then some of the new stuff.
Yeah.
They're still doing image first. So those are still $1. That's amazing. I love that they still do that.
And then there is a menacing back page. Tinian Cross Walsh. The game begins May of 2025. So legit, our good friends at Image know how to write a previews. Take note, others.
It is exciting. There's a lot of new and interesting stuff. There's a lot of gimmicky, cool offerings, and then there's some classic on-ramp stuff. I mean, and none of it looks overpriced. None of it. Even the blind bag stuff.
Even the blind bags.
I mean, kind of cool.
All right, let's head on over to coverprice.com, find our good cover price items, and see what's going to happen for this February 3rd listing. And our #1 book is, of course, Spawn 365, the Mark Spears cover. We've talked about this a few times. Let's see here, 33 copies on the secondary market. CGC 9.8 going for $41. Raw settling to $31, but one of them going for $40.
Yeah.
At rank 2, we have Scarlet Witch 7, the Peach Momoko cover. Jeff the Landshark was a fun addition to the Marvel Worlds when he debuted in West Coast Avengers 7. He's been a fun sidekick character that occasionally emerges in random storylines. Blah, blah, blah. Marvel Rivals. 24 copies sold. Go ahead.
Is Peach Momoko just going to be able to convention circuit her way?
Yeah, she's got
millions of dollars with all her. Everybody just loves her shit. She could just do prints of her covers and sign them, and sell commissions and make a nice living. I think.
I completely agree, and she's well deserved. At rank 3, we have Seasons #1, Powell Azaceta, the retailer. Thank you, Black and White. There are a few factors that collectors like to focus on. One of those things is retailer thank you covers. Thank you covers are not open to order and are usually very limited to one per store and one per retailer. They're also usually in separate price, creating a scarcity of the covers and a race to collect them. We sold 6 copies. Sell on this, of course, no slabbed. A high sale of $80, settling to $45.
Yeah, it's probably a 2,000, 3,000 print run, somewhere in that range, right? I mean, the way the market's going, who knows how many comic shops are still around? It could be closer to 2. than 3. And that's a pretty low print run.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen lower,
Yeah.
but they never seem to go too high, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much come on and then disappear, and then you don't hear of them again. And I never understood why they're collectible now, but then you never hear of retailer thank you covers having a long tail.
Because it's all about the chase. And once they're out there and people know about them, who
then they're gone.
cares?
Yeah. Then you get gobbled up, and I guess they just go away, and they're not available anymore, I guess.
Yep. True. At rank 4, we have Dark Spaces Dungeon #1, Hayden Sherman's Retail Incentive, Virgin 1 in 50. Spooky Pictures and Vertigo Entertainment have decided to work on a live-action project based on this property.
That was quick.
We saw 12 issues sell, $25 the high, settling at $24.
Telling you, Scott Snyder, his new, I guess, way to do comics is, let me do a bunch of them. Let me do a bunch of my ideas, get them out there, and then make them into Hollywood pitches.
Yep, that's the Mark Millar way.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
You get a couple options. How much does an option sell for? Probably good money.
Yeah, 6 figures, 7 figures.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him.
At rank 5, we have Magic #1. Of course, this is a Marvel Rivals cover. CGC 9.8 going for $120. We saw 23 units sell in the open market. $24 settling down to $24. That's kind of what I get. I don't see a high on that. Drew, did you know that DC is all in? And let's talk about DC All In Special #1, the regular wraparound cover, 22 copies selling on the secondary market. CDC 9.8 going for $102. Raw is going for $14.
Very cool.
Yeah. At 7, more Mark Spears Monsters #2, cover A. Guess Who's Back cover. 15 copies on the secondary market. High sale of $30, settling to $28 with a 9.8. CGC going for $100. At rank 8, we have From Hell #1, the Eddie Campbell first print. It's not every day that a 137-year-old cold case gets a new lead, especially one as prominent as Jack the Ripper. Track 12 copies selling on this, $103 for CC 9.8. Raws for $14. All new Venom #2. This is, of course, another Marvel Rivals. This is with Venom on the cover. 11 copies on the secondary market, $25 for a near mint, settling down to $22. And at rank 10, more Mark Spears Monsters #1, the third print Nightmare on Elm Street homage, 1 in 20. Beautiful cover. 6 copies on the secondary market, $81 for a near mint, settling to $71.
Yeah, that is nice. At rank 11, we have Superman 712. And this is a crypto cover, and maybe first appearance. I'm not 100% sure, but only 8 copies sold, so I think this is just a cover appearance. Selling for $14 raw. The top sale was $31. Rank 12, we have Crossed, the 0 issue for me. A 9.8 sold for $400. Only 8 of these sold, so not a lot of heat on it. But Raws are selling for around $39. At rank 13, we have Absolute Batman #1, the regular cover, selling for $110 as a 9.8. Raws selling for $37, and we had 38 of these move on the secondary market. At rank 14, we have that first appearance of Lobo in Omega Men #3. 30 more of these moved around with $274 for a 9.8, and Raw is selling for around $131. At rank 15, another Marvel Rivals cover. This is Storm #4, selling 13 copies, with a $30 near mint as the high, and most of them selling for around $25. For rank 16, we get that first Black Cat first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 194. We've got 24 selling in this list this week with a $940 9.8 selling. It's a little higher than what we had on the other list, and Raw is selling for an average of $231.
This is saying the rumors are Anya Taylor-Joy playing Black Cat. Is that more to your liking?
Not really, no. I'm kind of sick of her. She's a little anorexic for me. I need some meat on my women.
There you go.
Lizzo
pin up playing
Papa.
Black Cat.
Now you got me. Pin up Apocalypse #1 from Svetlana Shubina, the 1 in 25, sold 8 copies. This is that foxy red cover.
I love how you Wayne's World of that. I caught that. Foxy.
$136 was the high for a near mint, but most of them are selling for around $112. But pretty good for an investment in a 125. Mark Spears Monsters #3, the Fighter 1 in 25, sold 24 copies, high of 39 for a near mint, but most selling around $30. A sneak peek of last week in our picks. We picked Star Wars: A New Legacy #1.
Mm-hmm.
We did not pick the Linneo Francis Yu 1 in 25, which is what this is, which moved 12 copies. Most of them selling for around 33, but the high was 35, so right in that same range. Nothing real out of the range there. And rounding out our top 20 is our Red Hulk cover, Hulk #1, the Ed McGuinness regular cover. Most of them selling around $74, but we did have a 9.8 go for $220.
And I apologize on 19 for not pulling my Aaron Churchill Memorial ratio pick for that 1 in 25.
Definitely should have.
What I definitely want to do is I want to head on over to Lunar Distributions, find the items for February the 12th, click on them, and let's see what's hitting our shops this coming Wednesday, because boy, is it time for our sneak peek. And Drew, Absolute Batman #1 going to a 5th print with our boy Jim Lee.
That's amazing. Can you believe that?
5th print for #1, 3rd print for #2, 2nd print for #3.
Yeah,
and then the
it's
standard
doing
issue
okay.
for 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing all right.
Shockingly, people still big fans of Batman. Absolute Superman 3rd print, Jim Lee for #1, 2nd print for #2. Absolute Wonder Woman #1, 4th print, Jim Lee, 2nd, #2 going to a 3rd print, #3 going to a 2nd print. Doesn't look like we're getting new covers on these. We're getting read out covers for some of this stuff. So still, I will take it.
I'm still impressed that they've been able to launch this whole Elseworldy series with such high interest being maintained. You know, Ultimates were hot for a little bit, and I don't know that they stayed as hot.
You know why these have gone so well, Drew?
Why?
Because we're all in.
That's true. And you got to be all in.
Batman 610 facsimile, as we continue our Hush series of facsimile Batmans, is boy, Batman and Robin 18. I don't know a lot about Aaron Bartling, but boy, do I love that cover.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I like the Ariel Olivetti, and I would love that if it weren't for our good friend Aaron Bartling. Aaron, hit us up. That's dope. I love that.
It's very nice.
Bug Wars #1 from Image Comics. Jason Arid, Mahmud Asrar on this $5. Select early praise for Bug Wars from Jeff Johns, Charles Soule, Frank Wiley, Joshua Williamson, and Scott Snyder. But their peers, of course, they're going to say good things. So
yeah.
And Drew, cover B Peach Momoko.
I saw that.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the actual comic inside, or she just wanted to draw a wafy girl.
Okay, it's a bug girl, and that is clearly a spider lady.
Okay.
Get your head on straight.
All right, that's
And a
fine.
sexy spider lady. We're triggering things I didn't know were things, so this is not good.
Well, there's two things I like in this world. One thing is AWA comics, they're great, and Cam Girls is another thing I love. And they've come together in
Get
Cam
your
Girl number
peanut butter
one.
out of my chocolate. Come
Yeah,
on.
with two covers, Tula Lote cover that is a little sexy,
Yeah,
and
there's
the
a sexy
standard
cover.
Alice and Samson.
Tula Lote is just waiting in line to draw those, I think.
That's cool. I'm sure it's about Bible studies and everybody being, good girls, and they're not nothing naughty within these pages.
Good
But I'm going to
girls.
read it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Feral 10. Cool little cover A. And then one of those slasher magazine covers for the cover B. I like it.
Are we really launching DC versus Vampires World War whatever, Darkness and Light? Oh, it's a one shot. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, are we
And
really starting another DC Vampires?
yeah, we got lanterns on the front. Lanterns fighting vampires. What?
Yeah.
What if the vampires are yellow? Geiger 10
cool.
going to a second print. I like that. Green Lantern Corps number 1. Jeremy Adams, Morgan Hampton writing that one.
That's a great group shot. I love that cover with Guy Gardner in the foreground. That's pretty great.
Nathan Zardy with a dope cover as well. That Jessica Cruz cover.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I've read a great Green Lantern Corps. It's probably been 30 years, but I might sample it.
There we go. Our boys at Image continuing to kill it. Hive number 1, another number 1 book. This another beginner for Image with the Hive number 1. AJ Lieberman, Mike Henderson.
Yeah, very cool. Lucky Devils not only gets a second print for its first issue, but its second issue comes out as well. That was a really fun first read. I liked it. Those, of course, are the 8 Billion Genie team back.
Speaking of teams we love, mine is a long, lonesome grave. Justin Jordan.
Cool.
From The Strange Tale of Luther Strode and Dead Body Road, but that is not what we know him from. And the artist Chris Shahan from House of Slaughter. I cannot tell the publisher on this, but I like it. Mine is a lonesome grave.
That's got to be Image, right?
No, because there's usually a big eye on it for Image at some point in time.
Oh, yeah.
New Gods number 1 going to a second print. Rom V continuing to kill it there. Spawn 361, Bjorn Barons on the cover A. Just pick it up because it's gorgeous.
Penultimate Standstill, 7 of 8. The old time travel book. See how that ends.
The Moon is following a 6 of 10. Zdarsky Comic News number 8.
That's funny. I don't remember 7 of them before this, but
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe
cool.
I missed it.
I'll probably read that.
This might be able to get somewhere for me.
Yeah, I could read that. Over at our good friends at Previews World, while it's still there, let's enjoy Flavor Girl's Return to the Mothership, number 3 of 3 from Boom. Yeah. And Titan, they're still there.
Heat Seekers Gun Honey series number 3, as we are continuing to milk. I mean, it sounds worse when I'm talking about this series, but we're milking it as much as we can.
Now, Boom was the first one, and Boom is the one that signed with PRH, and they were going to leave in June, and then when all the news from Diamond said they're leaving at the end of March, so Not going to be too many Boom books left on here either in a little bit.
I don't know Roman Dirge, but he is writing Lenore the Time War, #1.
Okay. There you go.
Down into Marvel. Ooh, we have our facsimile edition of Amazing Spider-Man 129. That's our Punisher book.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's a great one to own.
A
Why
grail that
not?
if you can't get, you can get right here.
Yeah. Get that first Daredevil facsimile. Oh, that's a poster.
I
Forget it.
love that Deadpool 11 Mark Brooks animated cover. That's dope. I love that Deadpool Wolverine 2 Marvel Studios variant. That's awesome too.
Looks like a trading card.
Facsimile for Fantastic Four #2. Prologue to the One World Under Doom.
Very nice.
Jeff the Land Sharks
Now, if you're
#1
getting
issue
the
going fourth print.
facsimiles of these old school keys, are you getting the foil so it's kind of special, or are you getting the one that's closest to the original?
Yeah, I'm getting an ape of the original.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would lean that way too.
Have you reached a point where Marvel Mutts we care?
Oh no, no, we
I
don't
think
care.
so.
No.
Man, this is a beautiful Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu 5.
Yeah.
The David Paratori on art there. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Phil
It's very
Noto with a
nice.
good cover B, but One World Under Doom #1. This is the big release from Marvel this week. Ryan North writing this, RB Silva on art.
I'm
Six
pretty
months
psyched
ago,
about it.
Doctor Doom became Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about this, and I really like the negative space variant.
I love Rose Bash. That Rose Bash cover is dope. Love that.
Which one is that?
That is your Rose Bash cover. It is on the next row
Oh, there it
down,
is.
far
There it
right.
is.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep. I see it now. Yeah, a lot of people are chasing down all these old Doom covers. Well, here's 9 of them for you.
Yeah,
Grab one of those.
there we go. X-Men 11. I like the Swabby Magic cover. That's cool. Down into Dynamite Powerpuff Girls Valentine Kissy Face #1. Down into our smaller publishers.
Even smaller.
Aren't they all smaller now? Our cam girls from our good friends at AWA. Cyberpunk 2077 Psycho Squad #1. I love the Cyberpunk series. I love that world. Dan Waters writing this. Max Tack, one of the deadliest and most controversial forces in Night City, is deployed against a corrupt netrunner turned cyber psycho. Again, I've mentioned this before, but it's a world where you can modify your body with electronics, but there is always a point where your psychosis break and you lose that sense on reality. So how much are you willing to modify yourself before it fractures you as a human being?
Oh, okay.
So that thirst for power, it's very cool.
Zach Thompson and Hayden Sherman doing the Unbeing from Dark Horse. That looks kind of cool.
It is kind of rad. Wicked covers there. I keep getting caught up in weird anime covers.
Now the mine is a long lonesome grave. The Justin Jordan you talked about is an Oni Press book.
That's an Oni book. Okay, they've changed the front of their books.
They did. They changed their logo completely, and it's really minimal now.
It's very, very minimalistic, but I like it. I mean, I like Justin Jordan, so like,
Yeah.
I'm in. Sheep Princess and World in Wolf's Clothing. There's all kinds of neat anime stuff in here.
Yeah, there is.
Manga.
Welcome to the Maynard. This is number 3, and I really liked issue 1, but I must have missed number 2. I have to go dig that up. Or I read number 2 and forgot about it. Also happens.
All right, Drew, we've made it to the end. This is the part of the podcast where I say, hey, Drew, what you going to do? What is your pick of the week?
I think I'm gonna go with One World Under Doom. I should probably go with a cover A, but I'm gonna do the Negative Space John Tyler Christopher cover.
If I go through my all my stuff here, I have that One World Under Doom. I have, of course, the Rose Besh cover. I have our good friend Justin Jordan with Mine is Long Lonesome Grave, #1 from Oni Press, cover B. But I am pulling the trigger on Bug Wars, and I'm going with that really, 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 really cool Peach Momoko cover B. That is your winner by a long shot. You got a great creative team. You got a great looking cover. You got a cool premise. I mean, it's pretty much just saying, hey, here's what you're supposed to do. Go ahead and do it. So, not much to think about on that one.
I probably should have pulled the trigger on Cam Girl, but I went Doom.
Definitely got to pull something. Never mind. Anyway, we thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we go through our sneak peek at next week, as we are cracking and rolling through February as this year is moving right along. But boy, it's good to see some really cool things in the world of comics. If you want more from Drew and myself, head on over to patreon.com. Find comics for fun and profit. Throw a couple bucks our way. Be part of those discussions. You know, when first thing we do when we get back from watching Captain America is, boy, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to record it, and that's going to go out first to our Patreons, and sometimes exclusively to our Patreons. So if you want to hear the in the car incoherent ramblings of what we thought of a show, the best way to do that is to
don't oversell it.
Dude, the last one we did was good, and I loved our conversations about Madam Web. Like, we talked extensively. Like, we gave that some pub up for things like that. Heck yeah. So we appreciate you guys, and thank you for listening. For Drew and for myself, see ya.
The good folks at Comics for Fun and Profit have been doing 2 episodes a week for quite some time now, and it's all thanks to, first of all, Jason, and second of all, our patrons, who allow us to add the space on our server, broadcast more, store more, share more with you, the listeners. I'm envious of those of you who have unlimited storage and media server capabilities. We pay for ours here at the C4FAP. It ain't cheap. We thank you so much for those of you who go to patreon.com/comicsfunprofit and contribute at any level to say thanks, to say, I want to be a part of your Slack channel conversations. I want to get exclusives. I want to get early access. I want to get ad-free access. I want to get swag. I want to get some free stuff. Whatever your reasoning is, we appreciate it at any level, because it does make a difference. So from the bottom of Kyle and I and Jason's heart, thank you for contributing.